everybody. Hello. Sorry, the intro screen was on a little bit long because I looked out my window and my Christmas lights aren't on yet. It's been raining just crazy today. I should probably put this near my face. I almost forgot about this thing. Is it on? Cool. Hey, Jesse. Welcome. Yeah, so the weather today has been actually absolutely crazy. It'll be bright and sunny, and then all of a sudden it goes dark, and the wind picks up to like 20 or 30 miles an hour, it seems like, and it pours like cats and dogs in the hammer handles. So, I think something bad may have happened to my Christmas lights. Sad. So, anyway, I'm finally here. Sorry about the long wait, y'all. I went to get Audrey's car inspected, and that took like, I don't know, an hour and something, maybe an hour and a half, like way longer than usual. Apparently it was National Get Your Friggin' Car Inspected Day, so that took a long time. And then I had to run some errands, and it's crazy. Don't go out and run errands today. That was a bad plan on Mike's part, because, man, everybody's out today, and it's a mess. So, anyway, finally got home, and then my computer decided that it had to restart for some updates. Thanks. And it took, I don't know, 30 minutes or something for the darn thing to boot. I'm a little aggravated. But we got fun stuff going on today. I don't actually need this right now. Fun stuff, however, today. So as you see in the title, probably... Come on, stay down. Really? Nose, come on. Yeah. I have a nose cat here. He is doing far better. He has been making a pest of himself. That's how you know he's doing well. I don't need a whole new computer. I need a new hard drive or something. I think that's what's slowing down my startup times to a flippin' crawl. This is Mr. Nose. He's doing well. Pretty much. Still got a little bit of a limp, but he's been taking his medicine like a good kitty, more or less. And so that's good. Long may he pester. Yes, indeed. So he's been following me around ever since I got home and jumping on things and generally making a little fool out of himself. So anyway, as you saw in the title today, I've got all kinds of stuff. Audrey and I did Christmas presents early, so I've got some Christmas presents to show off. And Blank Slate has kind of like quasi opened their site in small numbers, and so if you don't remember, Blank Slate is my friend Dave's company. They're brand new. They do these, which are very nice pads of like configurable paper. So I figure we could have some fun and play with the configurator today, because that's up online and stuff, and I can do that without crashing his site. I went to a pin store yesterday and like came home with some things, because that's what one does. So yeah, all kinds of stuff today. Currently drinking some root beer because, I don't know, they had Barks at the store and I wanted it, so I got it. It's Christmas. So how are y'all doing? Quiet chat room. No, it's not the normal time, so that means definitely there are going to be people who don't even know that it's on. So it might be a smaller crowd than usual today or something, but that's okay. Christmas root beer? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, sick. That sucks. I hope you get well soon. It's never good being sick on the holidays. Audrey always seems to get sick around Christmas as well. So I know how that is, and that sucks. What's up, an ink guy? Nose. Stop that. He loves biting plastic, and there is plastic down there. Waiting for work to be done. Oh yeah, you're a couple hours behind, huh? Yeah. Your kids gave it to you. That's what kids do, I hear, is they give you illnesses. They are like little petri dishes. They go to school with other petri dishes, and they bring it home to their loving parents so they can then be sick. Good times. So I don't touch any of the students I work with if I can possibly help it. I'll give them an elbow bump or something. They're not even getting a fist bump. It's too close to my hands. So, One bonus to the stream starting so late today is that it's pretty likely that we will have an Audrey sighting any time now. It depends on like kind of what kind of crazy traffic she got in. But, yeah, there you go. Pin shows are worse for getting sicknesses. Yeah, I get it. Oh, you got a Mauna Kea, huh? Nice. I've also got a Mauna Kea. Welcome to the club. There's my Mauna Kea. It's in my pile of pins to be cleaned right now, which is significantly smaller than it used to be. I have done some pin cleaning. Hey, Michelle Ryan, welcome, welcome. Yeah, pin shows are pretty bad. It's hard to avoid touching people and people touching your stuff, and then you touch your stuff. You got to take that that pocket back stuff, which I don't have any of right around here, but get some of that and use it all the time. That's what I do now. I came home with a pretty gnarly flu last year after Philly. I didn't get my flu shot, which was dumb. I should have. Audrey got her flu shot and didn't get the flu. Everybody else got horribly ill. So, yeah, good. Welcome to new pin day for 48 HLC 48. Got only a Mauna Kea. Very nice. All right, so let's look at some stuff right quick. First thing is Audrey got me this cool thing for my desk. I had a similar thing that was way lower quality from oh, hey Jim, how's it going? Being sick does suck. I am terrible at being sick. New pin day too. Sparkly Retro 51. Nice. Just in time for you too, huh? Jeez. That could be Audrey. She's got my truck today. I can almost hear it. I had a thing that was similar to this thing that I got from IKEA a million years ago. That thing was not very high quality. This thing is very nice. So, this is the first thing I got for Christmas, and I've put a bunch of stuff there. Past midnight. Oh yeah, that's right. Are you in France now, Jim? You were just sick too. Everybody's been coming down with the crud. The ick. Oh, Lebanon. Okay, cool. Were you just stopping through Paris then? Because I thought you went and saw Anna. Yeah, good. France last weekend. Okay, good. I'm glad I'm not going crazy. Anyway, so this is a really cool desk organizer thing that she got. This is made out of like a folded piece of steel and then powder coated. And then they add these nice strips of cork material to the interior and exterior, so your pens don't slide around too much. And it doesn't slide around on your desk. And it's got these nice little drop-in jars with like a little rubber lip around the edge. And so I've got one for paper clips, and I've got one for binder clips, because those are things I use all the time. It is pretty slick. The only thing about it is that the holes aren't really big enough for fountain pens, at least not until you get to the back row. So each row here, these 3 rows, have different shaped or sized holes rather. So there's this big one that holds the Boardmaster just fine. And then there are some of these, and these will fit fountain pens, no problem. I just didn't happen to put any in there for this little demo. Let me throw some in there. I'm holding it at an angle so y'all can see it, and everything's falling out. There we go. M1000 fits in there just fine, stands up nicely. And then the middle row is good for highlighters, these sort of stick highlighters or regular ballpoints. And then there are like 3 of them in the front that are pretty skinny, and I think these have got to be for pencils or very thin ballpoints, that kind of thing. Holes don't have any kinds. It's actually powder coated. There's not a sharp edge to be found on here. It's very nicely done. Believe me, I checked that before I got it near anything that was you know, even a little bit vulnerable. But no, these edges are all smooth and powder coated, so very nice. This is very nice work. Audrey found this on Etsy. She sent me the link, but she sent it on my phone, so I'll try to remember to put it in the show notes for later. So if you're curious where this came from, that will be in the show notes. Yeah, it doesn't take up a lot of space. It's pretty small. Imagine damaging an M1000 this way. No, it's cool. It's not going to get hurt. It's not. It's very smooth on the inside. Like, I don't know if y'all have any powder-coated stuff around, but powder coating doesn't really leave sharp edges or angles. It leaves, like, curves, and it's all very smooth and clean. So, yeah, I'm not worried about that at all. It seems fine. And then sitting on a desk, stuff's not going to fall out of it, because it just won't, but holding it at an angle, pins just fall out of it. So there you go. Yeah, so safe. Don't worry, y'all. Don't worry. So that was one thing. And then the other thing is a slicey thing, a pokey slicey thing. Do you know about powder coating? Yep, powder coating is good stuff. Yep. Actually, I was looking at this. I'm like, wow, this is immaculate machining. How'd they get this so clean? And then I read on the site that it was powder coated, because I mean, it's gorgeous. Anyway, very nicely done. I do kind of wish the holes were a little bit bigger, but what are you gonna do? It is a knife. Let me turn on my other camera here right quick. There's my root beer. It comes in this box. You see a little Benchmade there. This is the Benchmade Crooked River. I'm not exactly sure what blue class means. I forgot to look that up, but I opened it up and I saw this logo on the end. I'm like, oh man, what did you get me? And this is yeah, powder coating self levels in the oven. Yeah, that's right. Sounds right to me. A donut joint? Yeah, it's not. So this is the Crooked River. It's a pretty good sized knife. It's got these beautiful wood scales on here, sort of matte finished steel bolsters here. I'm actually not entirely sure what these are. They might be titanium. Let me look up stats on this thing. Of course, Crooked River is a place. There we go. Blue class of the EDC level. Ah, there you go. Yeah, this is a pretty big one. Let's see. No sheath, etc., etc. Clip point, yes, true. It doesn't actually give me that many details. I don't know. This is just a stabilized wood like you'd use for pens and such. It means it's got some like resin in there. You want to switch off? Yeah, sorry about that. So that's the knife. It's got these beautiful orange spacers around, or washery spacer things around the pivot points. It's got this nice like G10 feeling orange back spacer, which goes around the edge. This is a beautiful knife. It's pretty big, but it's very classy looking, I think. With the wood, it's got this nice axis lock, just real nice. Is it 4 inches? I don't know if it's quite. Yep, 4 inches. Yeah, it's 4. So pretty good size. Yeah, no, it looks nice. If you're not a knife person, that's okay. It still looks beautiful. Like it's a real pretty knife. It is big though, but also I have big hands, so that's not crazy big for me, I don't think. Feels nice, but still getting the hang of flipping it in and out, but I like it. It's real nice. Let's see. Gold is the fancy stuff. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that my my Contigo is black level or something like that. I haven't got any gold. That sounds too fancy for me. Prefer the mini, which still isn't that mini. Yeah, no, the mini is still pretty good sized. The thing, it seems yeah, I tried out the mini in the store. I had both of them. I was like, maybe I should get the mini because it's like a more reasonable size at 3 or 3.5 inches or whatever that thing is. Let me look, see if I can find it. The mini is yeah, 3.5, 3.4. So, you know, this site actually has some stuff. So it is stabilized wood handle, anodized aluminum bolsters, and stainless steel liners. Yeah, so there you go. And it is G10 on the orange bit. So, yeah, it's fine for my hand. The mini was a little bit small, I felt. I don't know, maybe it was narrow. I don't know what it was, but it just felt a little small. So, I'm not afraid of carrying a big one. People don't really freak out about that here in North Carolina. It's fine. But I think it's gorgeous. It's got wood and orange G10 and, you know, all the good things. So I'm very happy with that. So that was my early Christmas present. We're doing Christmas presents a little bit early because we're not going to be together on Christmas Day. So we figured we'd just do it early. Yeah, the mini is just as pretty. It looks the same. It's just smaller. So smaller by 1/2 inch, which is kind of a lot, actually. All right. All right, all right. Hey, Cameron, no, you're definitely not too late. I showed up real late today, so you're fine. Clipsy? What? Do you want to come up here and see the people? Well, all right. Come here. Come here. Oh. All right. There you go. And here is a Clipsy cat. She does not like being picked up. That is a secret about Clipsy cat. So the other thing I did is that I've got some family that I'm going to be seeing on Christmas. And they usually draw names for, like, you know, Secret Santa sort of thing. Not exactly secret, but, you know, draw names to see who they give presents to. And I didn't know I was going to be going because of Mr. Nose. And that's why Audrey's staying behind, is to take care of Nose a little bit more and get him, like, real situated in his schedule and medication and all that kind of jazz. So that's what's up there. But I didn't know if I was going to be going or not. And then kind of like a little bit ago, I just kind of decided that I should go, and I'll just be gone for a few days. But a baby Scottish fold. Oh, those are adorable cats, man. Yeah, if I was going to buy a pure breed cat, that's on my short list. I probably won't buy a pure breed cat ever, but Scottish folds are super adorable. Yes, that's a microphone. That's what you purr into. So I didn't know exactly what to get them. And so the thing that I decided to do, because I don't want to do anything big, because if you get somebody something, you know, if you get people expensive stuff and they're not expecting you to get them anything at all, like, I don't want to not get them something, but I don't expect them to be getting me anything. And I don't want to start like this, you know, thing where everybody draws names and you get stuff for people anyway. So is that an Audrey?
Yeah, I have presents to bring in.
All right. She's still bringing stuff in. So what I did was I got Audrey to bring home some of the Franklin Christoph loose leaf paper, which is one of those things that nobody really talks about that much for some reason. But I think it just hasn't gotten out into the zeitgeist yet. But they make these you know, loose leaf pads, which are lined, or you can get them lined on one side or blank or whatever. Hey, Sarah. Yep, you came at just the right time. So I'm getting them pads of loose leaf. To write on. I'm making like little writing kits basically, and then I got them a couple of pens. I got them some envelopes to throw in there. I went with I'm gonna bring these, and I'll probably also bring some other stuff just 'cause I have a lot of loose pens hanging around, and I like to give people choices if I can. But I went for the blue Jetstream 07 millimeter. Which is one of the best ballpoints around, and hardly anybody will dislike these. So the chat on this side doesn't look like it's scrolling, actually. I don't know why. That is weird. Hold on just a sec. Let's switch. Sometimes that fixes it. Sometimes it doesn't, but sometimes it does. I don't think I can, is the thing. Chat. Yeah, it's got this little like arrow that it's showing, but I can't really do anything about it. There's a blue arrow. Yeah, I know. I can't push it though. Like I'm pushing it as hard as I can. No, it doesn't do anything. I don't know what's up with that. I don't know. I think YouTube has messed up their chat pretty good with... they put in some update, and that's what puts this stupid box in here. This stupid box. Hey, it's an Audrey.
It is.
Welcome. So, I don't know. Reset the chat feed code? Dude, that's a big pain in the butt. I don't know, maybe. Where is it? Here it is. Pop out the chat, control. Stupid chat is broken again, Audrey. All right, now, weird.
You mean just on the screen?
Yeah, the scrolling one doesn't scroll at all anymore. It's like showing me an arrow, like I should be able to do something about it, but I can't do anything with that arrow. Stupid. Welp. Google did mess it up. Like 2 weeks ago they messed it up. And they made it so that there's this stupid... Damn it. Where is this thing? Here. This white box. And every time I switch off the chat, this white box pops up. And I can't make it go away because it's built into the chat now. I hope someday they get rid of that nonsense. All right, well, since that doesn't work, I'm just going to hide the chat because it doesn't work. So instead, you get an Audrey with a Scraggles. How you doing, Odd?
All right.
She says she's doing all right.
Lots of traffic, a lot of rain, you know.
Yeah, traffic and rain. That's what we've got here.
Every Friday, it's always raining, seems like.
Mm-hmm. There's actually still a bunch of snow at Target. Like feet of snow. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Jesse says hi. This is objectively more annoying than integrating Google Plus. Yeah, I don't know what happened with Google Plus. It seemed like it could have been a cool thing, but it just was not. So.
What is real Scraggles?
Hey, Scraggs. She didn't come see me when I was on here, but Audrey gets home, and all of a sudden it's time to sit on a lap.
Well, you hardly gets to see me.
I know.
Did you show your new thing?
I did. We were just talking about Christmas presents.
Oh.
We were. People oohed and awed over both things. More of that thing, I think.
Well, more applicable to the community.
Oh, Scraggs is happy. She's actually, I think, the happiest with whoever the second person is that comes home. That's how she rolls. Spotify is giving away Google Home speakers with family premium plans? Oh. Well, that's kind of interesting. Scraggs is still scared of me? No, she's not scared of me. She's just a weirdo. I don't know what to tell you. And Christmas pasts? I don't know what that means. And Christmas... What's going on here? I don't know. Now I have to look over to a different window to see the chat. And I don't know what y'all are talking about these days. So, all right. So that's two things. The other thing was I went to the store yesterday. After, like I said, I was getting people writing set stuff. And the TV listens to you too. Yeah, I'm cool with that. Oh, since you mentioned Google being weird. Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah, those Google Homes are actually pretty cool. My friend Chris has several of them around, so they're around. They are around. Not your old TV? Yeah, I don't know. My old TV, my TV doesn't listen to me either, but Alexa does. And Siri does. So, and y'all do. So, you know. And so I went to this place that we have locally called Crazy Allen's Emporium. And I ended up bringing home a bunch of singles because that's what you do when you go to Crazy Allen's Emporium. You bring home singles. Partly this is because he has a $10 limit or a $10 minimum on credit card purchases, and I was out of cash because I don't have any cash.
Which is weird. Didn't you have cash, or were you complaining you had too much cash instead of... what happened?
So here's what happened with that. Christmas presents for people happened.
And you used cash?
So I gave cash because the Christmas presents were for Maggie and for our custodial staff. And actually the other day I went there and Maggie's like, hey, you going to give to the custodians? And I was like, yeah, I already did. And she's like, oh, I didn't write that down. I'm like, crap, maybe I didn't. So I gave her all the money that was in my wallet, which was like $5 in ones. And then so I never put money back in. I don't like cash. Cash sucks.
Stickers, everyone. He has stickers available.
She keeps trying to sell these stickers, y'all.
What? What do I want them for? Just hang out.
Yeah, if y'all missed a couple of, I don't know, a week or so ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, I kind of went public with stickers.
No, really, he mentioned it once, and yeah.
Look, I'm not good at selling things.
No.
Self-promotion is not my jam.
No.
Gave away my vending machine money? Oh, yeah, definitely. They're quality merchandise. Actually, Rewill here was the first person to order them, so she can attest they are a thing that really exists. Here are what they look like. I have these circle ones with my nib icon with the Ink Dependence eye in there. I've got the big nib icon by itself, and then I've got the Ink Dependence logo. And so it's okay to shill myself. I know. I don't know. I don't like to... I don't know. It's not my jam. I'm bad at it. I'm very bad at it.
What may be coming in the
Look, there might be some stuff coming in the future, but I'm not going to say too much about that. But anyway, so I was selling those like packs of 3 sent to you in an envelope, probably with a wax seal or whatever, to this PayPal. PayPal.me/Inkdependence. $10 gets you 3 stickers. And I am leaving town, so I probably won't send them in the next few days, but after Christmas I will. So if you're interested in that, do that. Bye. Yeah, that's right. Also, the other thing, I don't know, should we say what the other thing is? I think I actually did mention it last week a little bit, and that's that I'm definitely gonna get Team Nose and Team Scraggles stickers made. Just a matter of how many. So those will be we'll be getting those in the future. That is a Scraggles. The cat that was here earlier is a Nose, and so I'm gonna have those. Hey Isaac, the kitties and puppies are doing good. Bring some to Philly.
That's me.
Those ears. Yeah, I will almost certainly have them in Philly. Also, if you find me in Philly, I do have pins. Just that these are too hard to ship, basically. So I'm not planning on shipping them. So this might be you have to find me at a show sort of thing. But I do intend to be at Philly as long as there's not some calamity or something like that. Also, probably Baltimore. You going to Baltimore?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't get the list of what I'm going to until.
Oh, maybe Baltimore. But anyway, so find me at a show for those. All right, so here's what I got for singles. Make sure you get a shot before going to Philly. Oh, I already did. I got that flu shot like a while back. I'm not doing that again. So here's what I ended up getting. And the reason I got these is because, well, these I hadn't seen before. These are an inner gel. These are 0.7 inner gels, but they're like stick pens. They're kind of interesting. They feel a little bit weird to hold on to, honestly, because they're kind of fat and they get real skinny down here. But they're sort of inner gel stick pens. They write really nicely. I'll do a little writing sample here in a sec. And then these, I actually picked up. There were a whole bunch of different kinds of these. I just got these for now. I'm sure I'll go back to Crazy Allen soon. Have to do the flu shot each year. I know, Jesse. I just forgot last year. I don't remember why. I think I lost my insurance card. I have no idea. I usually get the flu shot. But I got this the Schneider Slider Memo XB. Where did I get this? I think I got this from my friend Kimberly. I'm pretty sure she stuck it in with something else she sent me because she had gotten it sent as a freebie. And this is a great ballpoint pen. And I was hoping he would have more of these, but he didn't. He did have, however, these, which are Schneider Classic Slider Basic XBs. So this is the Memo XB, and these are basics. They are definitely more basic than this. This has more like Scraggles. Goodness. This has more rubbery stuff on the outside and all that jazz. Kind of a better feeling pen. Some of the pens from the infamous list. Yeah, I think it was on that silly list that came out a while ago of like 100 best writing instruments. It was nuts. This was up near the top, though, which is kind of where it belongs. This is a really good ballpoint. These are almost as good, I think. I don't think they're quite as good. The body certainly isn't as good. It's much slimmer, and so it's a little bit skinny for me. But the points are still nice. It still writes nice. So here's the thing. This is the Slider Basic XB. And I like these because they are ballpoints, but they have pretty solid ink. They're fairly wide for a ballpoint, which I also like. The orange is actually not bad on this one. And here's the one that I was kind of impressed with, because usually ballpoint green sucks, but this one kind of doesn't. It's pretty good. These are kind of skinny, but that's really my only complaint about them is the skinniness. They all write really well. And then these, of course, are inner gels. And if you haven't used an inner gel, get yourself an inner gel. Because these are just really good gel pens. This doesn't have like a model on it or anything, unless it's this BL417. It's got to be a BL4. Yeah, the old BL417. But the black and the red are both great. They didn't have any other colors. I would have gotten those, but that's the way it goes. The strategy mag. Oh yeah, that's right. So yeah, it's not bad, and the green is pretty good. I've got so like this is a green from an Inkjoy gel, not Inkjoy gel, regular Inkjoy from Papermate. This is a ballpoint, and every one in here is good except for this green, which is just kind of pale and splotchy and just kind of shitty overall. It's just not a good green. The rest of these colors are fine. I think the red and the blue and the black are all good. But the green just kind of sucks. And that's pretty typical for ballpoint green. But this Schneider slider, pretty good. So there you go. All right. And then one more thing that I got myself. And this was... So what actually happened was... Hi. Was I know, just making sure. What actually happened was I was getting ready to leave, and if y'all have met Crazy Alan at any of the pen shows, you know that guy talks a lot. So I was there for quite a while, and as I was getting ready to leave, this lady walks in and she says she wants to get a fountain pen for her son, which sounds very nice. And then he asks her if he has any fountain pens. She says no. And hey, Braden, how's it going? He says, all right, well, we've got several pens that might be good. And then he asked her what her price range is. She says something like, I don't know, like 150, 200, maybe 250 bucks. And we all just went, oh, first fountain pen, eh? And so Crazy Alan starts showing her all kinds of crazy pens. And so in the end of the day, she actually really wanted this Schaefer touchdown filler. And he kept saying, like, look, don't get that. It's not a good first fountain pen. He's not going to have a good time with that. And it wasn't in great condition. I don't think it was priced very well, but whatever. He just kept telling her, don't get that. It's not a good idea. And she's like, oh, no, I really like it. But he's like, no, don't buy that. So eventually she gets talked around to like vanishing points, which are in that price range and pretty darn good. And everybody likes vanishing points. And so she's trying to decide between the crossed lines and a Firmo. And she eventually gets to the crossed lines, but she was really leaning for that Firmo. I think she really liked the look of it. So anyway, while they were talking, I was looking through his vintage case, and I found this, which is a pen that you don't see all that often, really. So I'll get to that in just a sec, Joan. Yas hates VPs. Yeah, look, some people are going to hate him. That's just the way it goes. But, you know, if it's his first fountain pen anyway, like she doesn't know what he wants, and he's probably never touched one. I don't know. We were trying to sell her on things like custom 74s and I don't know, there's several other things we were looking for her, but she just really didn't like the look of them. Lamy 2000, she was like, nope, I don't like it at all. You know, that kind of thing. So I found this in the case, just kind of tucked into a back corner. And this is a pen that I really like a lot that you don't see very often. This is, as it says here, does it have like an original price here? Nope, it doesn't. But this is the Schaefer Javelin Cranberry, and it's gift boxed, which is kind of fun. So the Schaefer Javelin is an older pen from Schaefer. I don't actually remember when these came out, but they're definitely not in production anymore. And mine are all silver. I've got like 3 of them in the silver flavor because they're not very expensive and you don't see them all that often, so I kind of snap them up. But it's got a nice look to it. It's got these squared off ends on both sides. It's got this nice matte feel of finish to it. It's got a nice rubberized section here. The nibs are always pretty great. This one feels okay. I might have my Nibmeister back here behind me touched up, but feels good. Good nib. It's a cartridge converter pen, so nothing complicated. I was kind of hoping it would come with a converter, but it didn't, which is fine. A lot of times you'll find these with the squeeze converter still in it, which is nice because those squeeze converters are like $18 each on their own. But what are you going to do? And then it's got this like great spring-loaded clip on the internal. So I love these, and so I pick these up whenever I find them pretty much. In fact, I told a friend of mine that I sort of talked him into getting it at a pen show. He's like, I don't know if this is for me. And I'm like, look, here's the thing. You should get that one, and if you hate it, let me know and I'll buy it from you. And then he ended up giving it to me like a year later. He just decided he didn't want it anymore. So that's those are all the things that I bought. Just singles and a little old Schaefer and that kind of stuff. So what's a good green ink? Man, there are so many good green inks. What are people here listing? Diamond Sherwood green. Yeah, that's kind of fun. Mont Blanc's green. Yep. It's good, but it's, I think, more expensive than it needs to be. Certainly compared to Diamine. Ackerman number 28. I never remember the numbers on Ackermans, but I believe you, Sarah. Pirate Reserve Spearmint, not bad. Epinard, that's a very dark green. Depends on what kind of green you want to get into there, Joan. Let's see. Happy holidays to you, Ferdinand. You should sell your Schaefer squeeze converter. I mean, you could. They are expensive. Yeah, Franklin Christoph's Midnight Emerald is pretty good. It's real dark, though. I like the... what is... yeah, 357. Emerald 357 from Franklin Christoph is real good. I think Robert Oster makes some really great greens. Yeah, G. Herban's Lyra Sauvage is really nice, too, actually. That's like the only G. Herban that I like, I think. Maybe Lita Tay, but that's it. I think those are the only two. Maybe Cafe something. I forget what that one's called, but I like that one too. Dallas Stars Green. Oh, let me look that up right quick. It's been a little while. Yeah, I would go with Emerald 357. That's a pretty solid green in that flavor. That's kind of a minty green, so something like that. Harmonious Green? I don't know that one at all. Oh, Waterman Harmonious Green. Oh yeah, that does look nice. Here's let's see if I can find a good picture of it for you. Firefox window. There. Yeah, Harmonious Green is a good call, especially for the Dallas Stars thing, which is, yeah, it's pretty close. Yeah. Who said that? Jesse. Good job, Jesse. Riki Cha's not really a green so much. It's more of a murky brown sort of green. Yeah, Harmonious. I would go with that. I think that might be the winner. Or check out some Robert Oster's. He's got a zillion greens. His like green, blue, turquoise inks are always great. So check those out. But yeah, tons of different kinds of greens. I don't think I have any inked up right now, actually, now that I think about it. Which is kind of weird for me. I usually have a green. Oh, I do have a green. This is Pelican Aquamarine, I'm almost positive, which is a very nice sort of bluish green. And then this one has California Teal in it, which is was a limited edition KWZ, I think. So there you go. Queveco Green. Queveco Palm Green is what that one's called. I haven't used that one, so I don't know. I don't know. Riki Cha's weird? It is weird, but it's weird in a really good way. So yeah, there you go, Joan. You ought to have a zillion kind of kind of things there. Yep. Yes, indeed. All right. Close out some windows right quick.
I should go medicate nose.
Yeah, you might want to feed the cats. They started asking for food as soon as I got home.
Of course.
Because, you know, I'm home.
And it's dark early.
Yeah.
It's dark. It's time to eat.
That's right. Dark means eat. All right. Yeah, go feed those. Go feed them
Guess
cats.
what I have for lunch?
What'd you have for lunch?
I said guess.
Oh, Olive Garden.
No.
Pizza.
Yes.
Oh.
Yep.
Does that mean no Pizza Friday for
I'm just
me?
letting you know that I'm not sure what I'm gonna do.
Oh man. Oh man.
No.
Oh man. I didn't get. I didn't eat today. Scott. Are you counting teals as greens? Yeah, I think I would count teals as greens sometimes. Which is the one with like standard green number 2? Yeah, that sounds like KWZ. We just have tacos, but it's Pizza Friday though. I want pizza. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Maybe we'll get pizza from somewhere where she can have not pizza, so she can have like a pasta or something. So we don't have food in the house for today except for pizza because I was planning on pizza. Tacos. I mean, look, I always like tacos. No problem with tacos. Army green. Yeah, Noodlers makes a couple of good greens. Army green is real nice. There's another one they have that I can't remember the name of. It's been a while since I've used the Noodlers, honestly. Kind of kind of out of there. Meat lovers pizza, yum. Yeah, I usually get, if I can, I get something like pepperoni and feta, or something with green olives. Man, green olives are maybe one of my favorite pizza toppings. So, I don't know. All right. Let's take a look at this blank slate configurator now that we have that available. So, let me move this thing around. No. No. Why can I never find the thing I want? What is going on? Oops, I moved my whole face. Weird. Firefox window. So I'm trying to get this Firefox window to move and it won't do it. Sometimes OBS makes me mad. Okay, it looks like I've more or less gotten it. Tacos are tempting, but you can have tacos without lettuce. Yeah, you can have tacos without lettuce. Dapper man, I like that. I like that a lot. Not even gonna say that out loud. She might hear me. Depends on if you want American Tex-Mex or Mexican style tacos. I mean, I always want Tex-Mex tacos because Tex-Mex is the best Mex. But, you know, whatever. Nobody's produced a Brussels sprout green. I mean, Brussels sprouts are kind of gross. All right, so here's what blank slate paper looks like. It's Blank Slate Paper Co. is the website, which is not exactly active now. I've got a special code that lets me in. Wait, what's going on here? Now this is too big. How do I make this move? Goodness. Everything will move except for this. Sorry, I'm grabbing all the things. Y'all seeing everything move around on the screen? I lost my face. All right, we'll see how this works. I wish I could just resize it. Oh, a different distinction? Oh yeah, there's a distinction for sure. So the deal with Blank Slate is that Dave hooked me up. Yeah, well, I actually got some of these a while ago, and these are really good pads of paper, and you can use two different kinds of paper right now, but basically the deal is that when you want to make a pad of paper, you design how that pad will be. So I had some designs in here actually, because when you do it, when you make a pad, it will save those designs. But this is before a significant revision, and so now it doesn't seem to have kept my old designs, which is okay. We can just start a new one. So let's create a pad. So when you go to create a pad, it shows you the paper here, and then if you want to, this is why I need to move this, because it is not quite the right place. Actually, let me just delete this and then bring in a new one, because this is real annoying to me. I've moved my whole face around. It's not showing the whole screen. Goodness. Okay. Browser source. Firefox. Add a source. That's not right. Goodness. Should be a browser source, I think. Add new source. It's not a local file. They changed everything, darn it. Let's see what happens if I do this. Well, I broke it. Yeah, that's what I get for trying to make things work, huh? OBS just had a new update today. That's another thing that took forever. And game display capture is not what I want. Window capture. Maybe this is what I want. This is what I want. There. Done. Okay, cool. Now we're in business. Yay. Goodness gracious. Yeah, so I don't know why that was doing that, but now we're good. Okay, so this is what it looks like. And now I can grab it. There I am. Okay. So when you want to start making a piece of paper, you can start with a template, which is pretty cool. And then you can start with Dart Grids, Graphs, Graph Paper Plus, which is actually a great place to start, I think, and Cornell Ruled, which is pretty cool. This was not available when I made my pads. So when you click on a preset, it sets up a piece of paper for you, and then it gives you all these options. So Cornell note-taking, for those of you who don't know, is meant for you to take notes on one side. Well, if I mouse over it, it actually zooms in and shows you what's going on. So here what we have is 2 fields of dots, and then we have a line sort of horizontal, a line vertical, and then some space at the top and bottom for titles and notes and those kinds of things. And then if you get closer, you can see that on the one side, the dots are a different color than the other. So a cool thing that this lets you do, let me update after my session. Yeah, that's right. The slobs update sucks. So, because you're like, I'm going to jump online. No, you're not. You're going to wait. And then and then you have to reset all your camera settings because it's a jerk. So here's what you have. Is you have a dot grid here, and there are actually 2 different dot grids, and you can turn these on and off if you like. I would have to delete this, but you can set your vertical and horizontal spacing, and that's the spacing between the dots. You can set custom margins, so you can have these big margins at the top and bottom that we're showing here with the Cornell. You can shift the ruling, which is pretty cool. It'll center it by default, but if you don't want it to, then you can just shift it. The dot style can be outline, or it can be solid, so you can have like little tiny dots, or you can have like, these are actually, if you look very closely, hollow dots. They're just kind of small. Dot outline weights, you can make them heavier or not as heavy, and all kinds of things. You can make the dot size bigger if you want. So here's like, let's make these dots giant. So see, big open dots. Pretty neat. And then horizontal lines and vertical lines and all kinds of stuff. And so after you've done that, you can choose your paper. So you go to Domtar Bold 28. That's a 28-pound paper. It's pretty good. I think this paper is really nice. It's got a good feel to it. And the other one that he's got right now is HP Premium 32, which is also really good and very bright white. It's a brighter white than the Domtar is. And then you select your paper, and then you have them make the pad, which is kind of, I think, real cool. And also the thing you should do, in fact, is name your design. So up here at the top right, you can name this design, because otherwise it's a pain in the butt to know what you're ordering. But you don't have to, I guess, if you don't want to, but it's a good idea. Please select a paper. There we go. So let's delete these things. And so if you want to make a paper, let's do, you can do reticle grids. So let's add a reticle. This shows you what the whole page looks like. And if you zoom in, you can see little ones. The first version of this didn't have the whole page at a time. And so that was kind of a pain for me because I can't visualize stuff in my head. And so figuring out how a small, like this sort of pattern, will propagate over a whole page of paper was a big challenge. So if we want to have different spacings, let's make these 5 millimeter spacings. Horizontals, I don't know, 7's pretty good, but let's just put a whole ton of tiny crosses. Whoa. 2 millimeter, they are actually, oh well, actually makes like a hashed line. Look at that, that's cool. All right, let's come back out to 7, because that's a good place. Let's make this 7 as well. So there you go. You can set your margins if you like. I'm not going to mess with custom margins. Well, I don't know, why the heck not? Let's see. Top margin, let's make it 25 millimeters. So then you have like a place to write notes or titles at the top. If you want to have a right margin, I think that's pretty good too. So let's do like 15 over here. Oh wait, not right margin. Whoops. Left margin. So then you have margins on both sides, and you can shift these little critters around all over the place if you want. Now, if you want to have like a circle around those reticles, you add a reticle, or you add a dot grid to it, and then you just got to match these. These are at 7.1. Let's put these are 7, so it'll be easy to match. There we go. Now they're just slightly off because I mis-centered them, but you can do all kinds of interesting stuff there to make pages. And you can also change the colors of these things. So if you want to intersperse these, I think it would be kind of cool to have these dots in the middle. Let's see if I can make it do that. Yeah, you can totally make a 6mm grid. Why not? You can do whatever you want. There's, oops. Oh, there's my face. There are almost really like no limits here. You can do pretty much whatever you want, as long as you can figure out how to do it. So let's see, reticle size here is 2. Why are these off center? Ruling shift, dot style, outline. Oh, it's because I shifted these. Let's see what that does. Vertical shift. Oh, it's because of these custom margins. That's what he did. There we go. All right, now we're in business. So now when I make these dots bigger, like this, you can see they start getting to be retically, like a targeting reticle. And you can change this as much as you like and have different colors and textures and all that kind of jazz. It's like now we have those. You can also make custom colors, and these custom colors will follow you. You can put in your own hex if you want. Ooh, that was kind of nice. Let's put it there. Now they're kind of tealy on the outside and red on the inside, because why not? So now you have this cool looking thing. Let's see. We need an orange on the inside, don't we? Because, you know, this is mine. So there we go. There you go. Orange and teal. Looks pretty. Yep. Streamception. Yep. And so there are all kinds of things you can do here, and then there's horizontal and vertical lines. The papers that I had made, oops, I just added a horizontal line. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Seems like it's a little bit off-centered, which is why it's nice to be able to see the whole iteration down the page, because then you can alter those if you want. Throw in some vertical lines, you have the little cross. Now we got those. Pretty neat. Let's exit the designer and try a new one. And if you want to just start with a template, like you just want to do dot grids. Cool, you got dot grids. And if you want to have these be a particular size, like you want to have it match things like Hobonichi Techos or Field Notes or Rhodia, all those kinds of things, he's actually got a little helper here to tell you what Tiny Writing. Yeah, so Tiny Writing is an Instagram account. Is it an account? Oh, maybe it's just a hashtag. Let's see if that ever comes up. And this is this will let you sort of make the ruling how you like it. See you later, Letitia. Have a good night. Good night. So this will help you sort of match it to the thing that you like the best. And if you want to have, if you want to make it like a, like one of the Fool's notebooks or any of those kinds of things, you can kind of match it. You just have to do some measuring with the lines in your favorite notebook, and then you can reproduce it in these blank slates. And so when you get the blank slates, this one, let's see if this will actually show up here on my other camera. I'm not certain it will because it's very subtle. But I did this in like a light gray line, and then there are these super bright lime greeny sort of chartreuse reticles built into the line. So that means if I want to section this off in graphs or make big blocks or something in it, I totally can, because I can see these with my eye. You can't see them very well with this camera, but you can definitely see them on the page, and that's pretty darn cool. This I think is actually for Audrey. Let me see. Oh, this is gray and yellow line. No, this is mine. I think Audrey actually has hers now that I think about it. What's this one? And I think this is my big graph. Yeah, this is my big graph. And I believe I showed this before, so I'll just show it briefly. But this is done in, what's the paper? Yeah, this is Premium 32, so very bright white. And then I have light gray lines going through the middle of each of these blocks. I have these sort of pale chartreuse or like bright yellow lines going through here. And if I had done this again with the current configuration tool, I would have shifted these over so there wasn't like a tiny gap here and a big gap here. But that's kind of on me because I got impatient, went good enough. But this paper is actually super good. It doesn't have any problems with bleed or spread or feather or any of that. I mean, you can't see any of that through the other side. But you can sort of barely feel that something was written there. Like you can feel the indentation a little bit, but not too much. So anyway, this is a thing that I'm honestly super excited about. The pads do come in at what are they? They're $24 each, which is not super cheap, but remember that these are custom. So you're making a thing that's custom to you. And this is really different than like going to Staples and buying a pad of paper. And so I don't think that's a crazy cost. I mean, they've got to do these custom style and then bind them and ship them and all that jazz. So I think it works really well. And it's a thing I'm psyched about. Talking too long. Woo! So there you go. All right. Alrighty. Here are some tiny writings. Like this. Now I've lost my thing and I can't find it. Display capture. Yeah, look at that. Teeny tiny writing. This pen is a tiny pen, actually. I have a bunch of those over here somewhere. But yeah, very small. That's a fun hashtag. Whew. All right. So that's all I've got for today. Oh, I did have one other thing I forgot about, and that is this. I bought a Moleskine product. This is a Moleskine ballpoint. I got this at Barnes & Noble. It was like, I don't know, $4 or something. First time here live. Hey, Linda, welcome. Of course, I'm fixing to sign off probably, or at least fairly soon, but welcome. And so this is kind of an interesting pen. I hear people talk about these every once in a while, and I've never actually had one before. But it's a flat pen, and it's got the clip is kind of odd because the clip is meant to go on the side of a notebook. So if you have a Moleskine notebook or whatever, or any other kind of notebook really, you just kind of slide this between some pages and it stays on the side of your notebook, which is neat if you want to put it on the right-hand side of your notebook. And also, this pen doesn't suck. This is a good ballpoint. Like, it doesn't have any hesitation starting up. It's a good smooth ink. It doesn't have any skips or any other weird stuff like that. So I've heard that these Moleskines are actually pretty good, these ballpoints. And I didn't really believe it, but I was like, well, whatever. I'm at Barnes & Noble. I'll give it a shot. So I did, and I'm actually pleasantly surprised. Not bad. It's for total squares. Well, there's also some incomplete squares there. But yeah, I think this is, I don't know. The pattern is actually a little bit crap. Because when it's in the packaging, it's in this sort of deep set packaging. So you can only see the top. And I assumed that these grid marks went all the way around. They do not. That's my only real complaint with this, is that the grid marks don't go around the pen. I don't know why they wouldn't. Like make it go around the pen. What are you doing? So anyway, besides that, it's a darn nice ballpoint actually, and it fits real nice in my this Kernel leather goods is what I put this in. I put this in my Kernel folder, and the way I have this set up currently is I have a planner on here, and then I have a Franklin Christoph Vagabond notebook. And then I have a Logical Prime notebook behind that, just for different things. So like this is notes from meetings and stuff. This is my planner, and then this is for this this position we're hiring for in my department. So this is all my notes on that. And so when I want to put this in here, I just slide this on the side of my Vagabond, and then I close it up. I didn't put it on nearly enough pages. I only captured the first page, but it actually holds on very nicely. Oh, no, I did that wrong. That's what it was. Okay, cool. There. I actually put it on the biggest one on the outside. Then you just kind of put the little elastic around it, and it holds it in there, and it's all kind of a very nice piece. So if you're just going to a meeting, you don't want to carry a bunch of pens, you just carry this one, and it's pretty good. So I'm actually happy with that $4 or $5 purchase. But yeah, maybe I was a little bit foolish to expect good quality from Moleskine all the way around. They do make those in sort of a matte black and a couple other things, I think, patterns or whatever. So I should have gotten the black one, and I just didn't. Yeah, you're welcome, Joan. I hope some of those green inks work out for you. I'm a big fan of green ink. My current favorites are either Franklin Christoph's Emerald 357 or Robert Oster's Green Lime. Green lime is real cool. So both of those are good. Yeah, I know. I did not buy any Moleskine notebooks. I am not that foolish. Brad did, and he was immediately disappointed. He's like, maybe they won't be. Oh, they're terrible. So, yeah. But I haven't. I have not. So, but hey, look, the ballpoint, not bad. They have a rollerball. I didn't try that one. So don't get a rollerball and then blame me because I didn't try that one. I don't know about that. I wasn't going to buy two in case one of them was total crap. I was willing to risk partial crap, but not full crap. So there you go. All right. As far as things coming up, I have a couple of things I'd like to do with these Friday chats. And one of those things is I would like to do sort of field trips. And I hope this is something that would be interesting to y'all, but I'd like to go to, like when I'm in a town that has pin shops, I want to visit that pin shop and like do a bit of a live YouTube from the pin shop, and y'all can maybe speak to the proprietor, like through this thing. Perhaps you can... Some of the Georgia Tech bookstore tried to hide the Moleskine displays. Nice. That's good stuff, man. They were all over the place in this Barnes & Noble, but I was expecting there would be some Lammies in this Barnes & Noble, and there just weren't. But there is a huge Leuchtturm display, it's like a wall of Leuchtturm, which I was actually pretty psyched to see, because Leuchtturm doesn't suck. I've heard some people say they have like bad results from Moleskine. Leuchtturm. But I've got one of these Leuchtturm books, and I used it for a lot of notes, and it was totally fine. I used both pages, obviously, as you're seeing here. This is all fountain pens, so and the covers are nice and kind of like soft and cushy. I'm a fan of this this Leuchtturm stuff, but it's a zillion times better than Moleskine. So anyway, the thing I want to do is go and take field trips, and so take y'all to fountain pen stores and pen stores. So I was talking to Crazy Alan yesterday, and we'll probably do something there like towards the end of January. I might be able to do one this next week. We'll see if I can go to Bertram's Inkwell. I hope to have time. It's not too far from where my family is, so I hope to get in there. So yeah. Seems like it should be fun. Oh, thanks, Ferdinand. I hope it's cool. The only thing is there aren't that many around, and so it's going to be like not very often, but I will try to do it. Sorry, I knocked over a bunch of notebooks over here when I was grabbing this one, and now I've got to like straighten that stuff because I don't know. Even though my office is a mess, it's a specific kind of mess. So yeah, so we'll totally do that. I'll try to show you all around some pen stores. But if you have a pen store near you, go visit that pen store and say hi to the people and learn about some pens, touch all the pens you can get your hands on, and support your local brick and mortars, because there aren't that many of them, and if we don't support them, they'll disappear. So there you go. All right. I think it's about time for me to go and talk Audrey into tacos/pizza. We'll see how it goes. But that's my current goal. So I will probably be back next week, next Friday. So if you celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas. If not, then almost Happy New Year. And if you're traveling or whatever, then stay safe. It's nuts out there, and people are crazy. So drive careful and be nice to people. That's it. I'll see y'all later. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. All that jazz. Peace out.